Vitalik Buterin on Ethereum 2.0 is coming. Welcome back to your favourite YouTube channel, NFTs Explained. Today we will discuss what Vitalik Buterin said about Ethereum 2.0. So without any further delay, let's get started. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has outlined his vision for a plausible roadmap for Eth 2, presenting a future where the largest smart contract platform can increase its scalability while meeting high standards for trustlessness and censorship resistance. In a Monday post titled Endgame, Buterin presented a thorough experiment for how the average big blockchain, defined by very high block frequency, high block size, and thousands of transactions per second, can still be considered sufficiently trustless and censorship resistant. The obvious trade-off for this level of scalability is the centralization of block production. Buterin's solutions, as presented in the blog post, do not address the centralization issue, but still provide a roadmap for implementation. With respect to the solutions, Buterin suggested a second tier of staking with low resource requirements to carry out distributed block validation. Introduce either fraud-proof or ZK snarks to let users directly and cheaply check block validity, and introduce data availability sampling to let users check block availability. Add secondary transaction channels to prevent censorship. With these updates, we get a chain where block production is still centralized, but block validation is trustless and highly decentralized. Specialized anti-censorship magic prevents the block producers from censoring, Vitalik Buterin explained. Buterin said block production would remain centralized even with the implementation of so-called rollouts, which are layer 2 solutions that execute transactions outside of the main Ethereum chain. Interestingly, Buterin presented a rollup-centric roadmap for Ethereum in October 2020. No single rollup succeeds at holding anywhere close to the majority of Ethereum activity. Instead, they all top out at a few hundred transactions per second, he said. While it may appear that rollups could contribute to distributed block production, decentralization may not last because of the possibility of cross-domain maximal extractable revenue, or MEV. As the name implies, MEV refers to the maximum amount of value that can be earned from block production in excess of standard block rewards and gas fees. Why is the shift to proof of stake essential? To change to proof of stake will reform multiple aspects of proof of work consensus mechanism, significantly altering the economics of the validating structure, energy requirement, and the hardware requirement for mining. The proof of work mechanism was a tried and tested mechanism of adding new blocks in the blockchain. Under this mechanism, miners solve complex computational puzzles to add blocks. However, it is a highly energy-intensive process for miners. This became a clear problem with the proof-of-work mechanism was that the extensive energy miners spent solving the computational puzzles. Even the hardware cost for miners to solve the complex mathematical puzzles was substantial. Proof of stake addresses many of these issues and makes the network more scalable and accessible. The Ethereum network can store only a limited amount of data in a given time. If several transactions are pending on the network and can't fit in a block, they have to wait for a new block to be added to the network. Implementing sharding, method for distributing data across multiple machines, on the proof-of-stake network addresses the scalability issue. The act of mining is essential to create new blockchains and maintain the decentralized ledger. In proof-of-work, the entry barrier is higher. Miners need to have powerful computational hardware to get substantial results from the mining process. As the number of miners increases, the profitability of individual miners decreases. This encourages the miners to form mining pools where they join resources to solve computational puzzles. This leads to the centralization of miners. One of the goals of proof of stake is to level the field for individual miners, leading to considerable returns for individual miners. Proof of stake replaces miners with validators who stake their coins on the network to maintain it. In the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade, validators must stake 32 Ether, Ethereum's native currency, by depositing it to an official deposit contract. Crypto stacking, the process used to verify a cryptocurrency transaction, involves committing holdings to support a blockchain network and confirm the transactions. It also allows participants or validators to earn passive income on their holdings. Validators on Ethereum 2.0 need to stay only to execute their share of computational responsibility. If they do not stay online, their block reward will moderately decrease. This incentivizes validators to remain online. Who will benefit from the rollout of Ethereum 2.0? The change to Ethereum 2.0 will be a positive one for Ethereum holders. It will change the fee structure that will lead to users paying less for transactions and even allow holders who have the necessary amount of ETH to stake their coins in the network and become validators. Any apps that already exist on the Ethereum 2.0 network will simply migrate to Ethereum 2.0 without losing transaction records or data. The release of Ethereum 2.0 will altogether remove the proof-of-work mining structure in favour of stacking. This will make the traditional system of mining obsolete, and miners will have to move to stacking if they want to validate transactions for block rewards and transaction fees. And do not take this as financial advice. So do your own research before engaging in any kind of financial activity and invest at your own risk. That's all we have for you today. If you enjoyed the content of this video, then give it a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so that you get notified every time we upload a new video. Until then, peace out.